push mobile and cloud over console. They had already deprioritized the console. Take a freaking walk with this. That was not her. That was Xbox.
Yeah.
This is bull.
Yeah.
This is absolute rewriting of history bull crap.
Oh, God. He's taking off the jacket.
I hammer them.
He's taking out the guns. Oh, God.
To Satya and the board. Let me add that to the total. I'm pretty sure I did not add that to the total.
Yeah, add that to the total, right?
They're blaming her. We felt for a long time they were going to turn her into the scapegoat.
Wait, why is he defending Sarah Bond? Oh, brother, listen, right? If you guys truly want to know my opinion, right, you guys are going to think I'm being platitudinous, right? If you guys really want to know my opinion, I can show you a quick clip, right?
We felt like for the longest time they were going to act like that she was the scapegoat. Like they let. In
all seriousness, I think the reason why he's defending Sarah Bond is because this article positions it like Sarah Bond was the bad one. She was the problem. We've gotten rid of the problem. Now things are good, right? Which, like I said, you expect from a $1 trillion company. I doubt that they were going to, green light or allow a hit piece with their fucking internal employees speaking saying, oh, Xbox fucked up. Xbox is never the same. Xbox is dead. Right? They're going to spin this shit just like how they got her on Twitter talking about how she's a gamer and whatnot, right? I mean, they're going to spin this shit. They're trying to make goddamn money. And I think that's why Lono gets upset. He's upset at Tom Warren for pretty much doing a hit piece. And yes, he's going to defend Sarah Bond. I know you guys didn't expect that on your on your fucking on your bingo card. And you guys want me to show the clip? Okay, fair enough, right? I was waiting for you guys to ask, right? So let me show this little clip real quick, and maybe this will give you guys a little bit of context about how Lono feels about certain women, right? I'll put it at that, right? I'll leave it at that, right? This is where he was having the diversity dusk conversation, and this all came around a PlayStation debate around I think PlayStation IPs having being woke, right? And this is where Lono shared this about himself.
You would score more points making a character, you know? That's a great point. What's a great point? $5 super chat from Roberto. Some of y'all don't season your chicken and it shows. God forbid there's some race or style in video games.
Wow.
Listen.
Yeah, he didn't like that at all, right? Someone calls him out and says, some of y'all didn't season your chicken, right? Now listen to this.
I will readily admit, this was a long time ago, but there was a time where that was like my preference. I was like infatuated with, ladies that didn't look like me is what I'll say. I went.
I'm just adding this from a context, okay?
I guess it was a phase, right? I guess it was a phase. But yeah, man, like have a little diversity in your tastes, I guess I should say. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, Lono.
I'm black, and I have no issue with diversity in games.
Yeah, okay. Now, peep this, and this was also from the other night, right? Now, to be fair, this Madam stream was kind of a stinker, right? So I'll show you this as well, right?
They were clearly keying her up to be his replacement because they kept putting her front and center in the showcases and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it looks like maybe she's 48.
It'd be really hard to pick how old she is because she looks great. Like,
wow, get out of there, Lono. Get out of there.
Okay, I'm not talking about what she looks like. I'm talking.
Oh my fucking God. I told you guys this shit is hilarious, right? Get out of there, Lono. I'm not talking about what she looks like, Lono, right? I'm not talking about what she looks like. God damn it. All right, yo, shout out to Gourmet. Everyone talks about people of color in video games, but what about the people of non-color? One second, let me read this 1 second. Right? Shout out to Gourmet, god damn it, right? He says, people talk about people of color in video games, but what about the people of non-color and albino? Albino in games, right? Great question, right? You know, they need some inclusion, goddammit, right? Shout out to Gourmet, right? Let's watch this one more time, right?
About the length.
One more time, right? Get out of there, Lono. Madam ain't going for it.
48.
Yeah, 48?
It'd be really hard to pick how old she is because she looks great.
Yeah, that black don't crack.
Like, she could
okay, I'm not talking about what she looks like. I'm talking about the length of her.
Right.
Yeah.
If they don't want you.
Yeah, right. He said, right. My bad. Look at the look on his face and look at how she's looking at him, right?
Then that means that's 10 years. And
Yeah.
Asha is 36.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you are
speaking-
lengthening the time that you're going to have with her if you don't want someone 58.
But what I'm saying is appearance is a thing because like Phil looked really good all these years. He started showing his age. She looks great. Like
Get out of
she's
there.
a good
Yeah,
face
is this her? She's like, is this her? Oh, madam is not impressed at all.
His appearance is a thing because like Phil
Yeah,
looked
she said, sure.
really good all these years. He started showing his age. She looks great. Like
Is this her?
she was a good face for the brand.
Yeah, is this her? Is this bitch, right? Get her, madam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What you saying,
Almost
Lono?
50. She doesn't look it. And that's a
Lono, get out of there.
great face for your brand. Like she had good presence in the showcases. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
To lose that I think is a big blow.
Look at Madam. Madam ain't said shit, right? He keeps saying she looks great. Yeah, he's sleeping on the couch tonight, right? Yeah, not trying to get too much into this. I'll comb through more of it. Like I said, this shit seemed like a stinker, to be honest with you, right? A lot of armchair business LARPing, right? And I mean, we've had so much of that recently, right? But nonetheless, right? Now back to this. I just wanted to provide you guys with my context because a lot of you guys are wondering why he may have defended Sarah Bond. I think Lono really liked Sarah Bond. I'm just saying it for what it is. You know what I mean?
Let her call all these shots, and the brand was already in trouble. And listen, I do think she deserves blame here. This was a bad marketing move.
Yeah.
I think it was a bad move. I don't think it helped.
Yeah, I agree, man. She's the head of hardware, and the hardware was doing bad. You talk about that all the time, Lono, right? I learned about that from you, Lono, right? They had to get her out of there.
I think it already diluted a brand that was diluting before our eyes. Alex comes in with 25 months over there on YouTube, says, honestly, I feel bad for Sarah being used as a scapegoat in the one interview. I may not agree with her dodging questions, but come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this 100%.
Yeah, I can't believe that Xbox just didn't come out there and say, hey, we shit the bed, you guys. We fucked up, and we're getting rid of the good guys, right? I can't believe they did that. I can't believe they're scapegoating the person that they fired.
It feels like for the longest time, they were keying her up to take the blame for all of this. And it's like, she's not the one that did all of this stuff. Poor Bond, Sarah Bond, was brought in just to take the fall. Been saying that for a year. Yeah, Creature's been saying that.
Oh, is that Creature? He underneath that desk yapping, right? He came up for air, huh?
For a long time. They're going to have her take the fall. And I
It
was
seemed like Creature got a hard soft spot for goddamn Sarah Bond as well.
like, she seemed like such a good face for the company. Why wouldn't you have her take over and try to turn things around? It seems like maybe they had other ideas.
My boy Sponge Leader says, yeah, using Sarah as a scapegoat was fucking scummy. Yeah, I do agree, right? $1 trillion company things, right?
This is an Xbox also debuted months after Bond appeared on stage at the Bloomberg Technology Summit and announced an Xbox
Yeah, Creature looked up and said, I got something to say. Yeah, of course.
mobile gaming store that was supposed to launch in July of 2024. It still doesn't exist almost 2 years later. That's insane to me. Although attempts to redefine Xbox were clearly tied to the mobile store efforts, Microsoft still went ahead with this as an Xbox after the store was delayed.
Uh-oh.
The pivot away from console, led by Bond under Spencer's direction, hasn't gone well for Xbox. Microsoft's Xbox hardware revenue has declined for 3 financial years in a row, and it looks like those declining revenues are going to continue throughout fiscal 2026. Now, hang on just a minute here.
He doesn't. See, this is what he doesn't like. He doesn't like that they're placing the blame on Sarah Bond, right? So Lono's about to get to stepping for Sarah Bond, right?
Hang on just a minute here.
Yeah.
So when did she take over and push this out? What's the timeline? June of 2024. Okay, so this meant Xbox marketing team was now reporting to Bond. So halfway through 2024, she takes over. Okay, and they run the you don't need an Xbox thing, and then they do the Xbox everywhere thing was like last year or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
That whole fiasco.
The idea of like if you're trying to make it seem like the hardware declined because of Sarah Bond, bro, like that seems really unfair, man. Like, they were already dealing with declining hardware numbers, and it wasn't her call to do tariffs or to...
I mean, but if she's the head of hardware, like I said, all this goes over my head. If she's the head of hardware, isn't it her job to fix it, right? I mean, or is that just like just a title, right? I mean, I see all these guys as just like puppets, right? I see Microsoft as one thing, right? But I don't know, man.
Raise the price of the Xbox. That also hurt them. They raised the price of Xbox twice. It wasn't her call to raise the price of...
It's funny you say that, Strongium, because he's going to actually bring that up.
Game Pass, okay? It wasn't her call to move day and date to Ultimate and to stop doing exclusives.
Uh-oh.
She comes in at the tail end.
Yeah,
and
womp
attempts
womp.
to put a bow on this thing. And you want to act like this is her fault? Get the frick out of here.
Yeah.
She's a part of it, yes. I hammer them.
Get them, Lono, right? Xbox can't keep getting away with this.
I think her marketing strategy and the idea of this is an Xbox, I don't think that was good. But you want to hang the trajectory of Xbox on her?
Yeah.
That's a load of bull. That's ridiculous. All these decisions they make.
Yeah, you wanna hang hardware sales on Sarah Bond, the head of hardware. No, you don't.
Over the years with Game Pass and what they did to Halo and 343, get the heck out of here with this. The hardware decline is not at her feet. I reject that entirely. That's ridiculous. C squared 3.
Oh, Lono rejects it, right? Lono says this is not it, right? Lono says he's not buying it.
3,000 with 35 months on Purple, and then he's going to come over here with 53 months on YouTube. He says double it.
Yo, shout out to Gourmet, right? He says it's the higher ups to take the blame. It's yeah, you know what? It's your job to take the blame. Yeah, I know. Like, don't get me wrong. I do think it's scummy, right? I'm not gonna shed any tears, right? I can give two fucks about what happens with her, right? I think she's probably made a lot of money, right? I'm pretty sure she has something going on with Tyson's Food, but like literally, that's the job, right? That's what they're going to do. They're going to put all the blame on them and rinse and repeat, right? I mean, he's been covering games for over a decade. I would have thought that he would have known this, right? You know, but like I said, this business stuff, it goes right over my head, unfortunately, right?
Yeah,
that's why we got Lono here talking about it, man. Shout out to Gourmet, right?
You know, and listen,
yeah.
I'm not going to have a go at The Verge or Tom Warren, but
okay, remember this. He says he's not going to have a go at Tom Warren or The Verge, right?
I think this is really unfair. The way this is phrased and the way this sets up, it's seeming to like almost indicate that like the revenue of their hardware declined for 3 financial years in a row. Yeah, that would have started in 2023.
Hey, yo, shout out to Bandit, right? He says, Lono reminds me of Malibu's Most Wanted. I mean, brother, all I got to say is listen to this clip. He gets heated, right? All I can say is
I hammer them,
right? And we were all waiting for Lono's coverage of this topic, right? And I'll be honest with you, I do think he delivered, right? I wish he would have hammered Microsoft more, not poor old Tom Warren, right? Shout out to Bandit, though, right?
Prior to her,
yeah, a business larper that knows nothing about business. I know, right?
Taking over. Actually, that would have started in 2022. So if the hardware decline started in 2025, 3 years, so that'd have been 2022. Yeah, that'd have happened prior. Like if they started having hardware declines back then, you can't lay this at her feet. I don't think she helped. But again,
it looks like that's what they did, my brother, right?
What was she supposed to do? You had completely eroded the idea of the brand and the console and why you would come to Xbox. No more exclusives.
Yeah.
Halo looked like a joke. Like, come on.
Yeah, no more exclusives, right?
Isn't this what they were told and the picture painted to them? It's not their opinions, is it? I mean, I'm just giving you my opinion. I mean, to me, all this was set in motion, and to act as if Sarah Bond is the reason this all happened, I think is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Most of the current and former Xbox employees I've spoken to in recent years are relieved that Bond is leaving Microsoft. This is cold, man.
Yo, they're throwing her under the fucking bus.
I've heard from multiple sources that Bond has been tough to work with. This is what we're doing?
Yes.
This is what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, no, okay.
Yo, shout out to Cloaked Onyx, right? Lono has the denial of a flat earther. No, that's wrong because of my experience and my feelings. Also, Sarah Bond's attractive, which matters a lot. Yeah, literally, yo. He kept on reiterating that, right? In front of Madam. I was like, Lono, get out of there, right? It's crazy that no one in his audience is like, get out of there, Lono. You know what I mean? But I had to show it from a context, right? I think it shows why he's about to white knight for it, right? He always did kind of strike me as the happy-go-lucky simp type, right?
That's fine. $5 super chat from Goddamn
Goddamn, shout out to Cloak Onyx, man.
for Sofa King. But having the campaign telling normies not to buy an Xbox, even if the brand's been degraded, like literally having the company itself say it.
Lono wants an interview so bad, it's not going to happen, buddy. Yeah, I know, right?
Not happening.
Wait until you guys see. You guys ain't seen shit yet, right? I'm still showing you the preamble until the goddamn crash out.
Listen.
Yeah, listen.
I felt like her decision to do that with the marketing was the natural trajectory of what they had done with the brand.
Okay, and did it work, Lono? How did it pan out, right? Did they see positive, or did it yield positive results, or did it not, Lono, right? I think you're the perfect person to ask this, right? I mean, this is what your whole life has led up to. All right, I mean, goddamn, brother, right? Yeah, I felt like, I mean, brother, right? They had to get her out of here, apparently, right?
Like, that was the natural trajectory. She's not the one that put out the Starfield. I'm mad about this. She is not.
Oh God, he's mad about this. Yeah, your feelings don't matter. I know. That's why it's very hard for him to cover these types of topics because he's about to do what he's about to do now.
Not the one that put the thing out with the Samsung television that said no console required. That was not under her watch. She wasn't in charge at that point. That was during Starfield. That was during the lead up to Starfield. That they started that trajectory long before Sarah Bond walks in and says, well, just call everything an Xbox then. Like, they had already set that trajectory. To act like this is her fault,
yeah.
And now we're going to play this game?
Yeah.
She was tough to work with. Like, we're gonna play the corporate gossip game? Get out of here.
Oh, Lono, you love the corporate gossip game, buddy, right? We're on YouTube, right? This is gonna be his whole entire stream, right? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gourmet. He says the earth is flat. It is a 60% non-carbonated water. Listen, I am not doing this with you, right? I don't know if we got Kyrie Irving in the chat, right? Shout out to Gourmet, though, man, right? I respect your opinion, you know? Yeah, damn. You guys are funny.
This is so low class to do in the wake of this situation.
So low class.
So low class. They disrupt the entire leadership, walk her and Phil out the door, and we're going to do this like, oh, yeah, it was Sarah. She kind of did all this stuff, and nobody liked working with her.
Yeah. Sarah Bond bad, right? That's what they had to do, right? Now you guys are saying that's why he's bad, right? I guess he wants Xbox to take the blame. But I mean, I feel like anybody with 2 brain cells can see that she's being scapegoated. It's not the first time you've seen a corporation do this. I do think it's scummy, but at the same time, they're going to keep on doing this shit. They don't give a fuck about the people that work for them. They don't care about their customers.
Money.
Right? I mean, but apparently Lono cares about Sarah Bond, right?
Eugene says, I'm going to say it. Mediocre white man fails upward. Intelligent black woman is scapegoated. In frickin' February, bro. Like,
bro,
what?
Y'all shut the fuck up. I mean,
you sound like you are a male feminist.
Do we really have to make this a race thing, right? Like, she got hired off her merits. She failed because she got fired because of her shortcomings. We have to really turn this into a race thing. Like, why do these guys always do this? Like, this is just cringe.
What the frick are we doing here?
My business, right? I mean, do you guys hear this shit, right? I mean, this shit is so cringe, right? From Lono. Mind you, he was telling all those Silent Hill jokes during Black History Month, right? So now I guess they're wrong for firing her during Black History Month. Buddy, they don't give a fuck about that, right? It's crazy.
Eugene says, I'm going to say it. Mediocre white man fails upward. Intelligent black woman is scapegoated.
Shit, they fired his mediocre ass too, right?
February, bro. Like, what the frick are we doing here?
Yeah.
She built a team structure that meant if you didn't follow the vision or questioned it, you were out. Most have praised her ability to strike partnerships with companies and developers, though. You know what this reminds me of?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like when people bellyache about a CEO or somebody being hard to work with. And what it sounds like to me is you didn't like what they asked of you.
Oh.
Like she was really hard to work with, but they praised her ability to strike partnerships with companies.
I mean, whether they liked it or not, she tried it and she failed, right?
And developers. So she got things done, and you didn't like working with her. You know what I say? I say get the frick over it. That's what I say to those people. Like, get over it. I wrote in December of 2020.
That is true. Sarah does not like criticism. Wow, right? I've heard shit here and there for her. I've heard a lot of negative shit, right? I'm going to be honest. A lot of the shit that I see is somewhat toxic, right? They'll call her a DI hire and everything. But I've seen a lot of people say that she didn't have the qualifications for the job and whatnot, right? I've seen a lot of people talk negatively about her, right? So it's crazy that out of all the people Lono's in her corner, right?
That Bond had, quote, staked her career reputation on the idea of Xbox being everywhere across multiple platforms and devices. Again, I don't agree with this.
It starts to make those allegations seem more likely now, does it, Abe? I ain't working with her, right? And it seems like the internal employees ain't working with her ass no more, right? They aired her ass out, right?
I don't agree with this.
Sarah's the type my way or the highway. I have heard of that.
This was oh my gosh. This was the natural trajectory of Xbox. She didn't stake her career on Xbox being everywhere. They buy ABK.
I mean, it seems like she was pretty involved in that Xbox Play Anywhere, right?
They decide there's no such thing as an exclusive anymore. They tell people during the marketing lead-up of Starfield that you don't need a console to play it. They partner with Samsung Television. All of this was put into play.
Aren't all executives that way? Well, that's what I would think. I've never been in a boardroom, but I would imagine that that's what they would do, right? I don't think, like I said, I don't think Xbox is going to fall on the sword or whatever and get up here and say, hey, we just completely fucked up this gen. All right? You know what I mean? I think they're going to blame it on the leadership, rinse and repeat. You know what I mean?
Or she starts pushing out this idea. Listen, if you set a bunch of logs and wood in my backyard and you
oh God, here comes the analogy.
Start hammering a wood ladder to the side of the tree, and then I come in at the tail end and I build a tree house, you can't be like, yep, he was the one that had the idea to build the dadgum tree house. It was like they laid all the track before her. This was the natural trajectory of the
yeah, Satya Nutella, Satan Nutella, wow, is in charge. Everyone else are tired of the scapegoats when Xbox doesn't make another a gazillion dollars to support Microsoft. I know, right? I don't know why. I mean, like I said, you guys already know I'm in this for the wrong reasons, right? I mean, I know these guys, love the business armchair LARP and everything, but I mean, this does kind of strike me as performative, right? But at the same time,
I hammer them.
I know this guy does not like Xbox,
and
to be
at
fair.
This point, they had completely jettisoned the idea of the console being central, the way the Series X was treated. They're the ones that launched the Series S and hamstrung the entire generation. This is a bunch of bull crap. You're trying to pull this late game blame Sarah Bond thing. I won't freaking stand for it. This is garbage.
Oh, I won't freaking stand for it. Right? And now we've got the SpongeBob lean activated, right? And mind you, this is all because of the Verge article that he said he wasn't going to read, because he doesn't feel right taking paid content and putting it on his channel. All that has gone out of his way. And he also said he wasn't going to take a go at fucking Tom Warren, but now he's about to take a go at Tom Warren, all because he's very upset about this article, which, like I said, casual safe for work dad, by the way. And he's literally about to lose his shit over the article. As you guys can see, he's heating up. The SpongeBob lean has been activated. And like I said, no one, guys, just pure anger and frustration towards this daggum brand, right? He says, I won't stand for it. Listen.
I hammer them.
I hammer them, right? He's about to hammer this trillion-dollar company, right?
This is absolute garbage. You set the brand on a trajectory of absolute dilution, and you want to blame Sarah Bond for coming in at the end and being like, well, basically what we've been telling people is they don't need an Xbox. Yeah. So why not just own that and be like, yeah, Xbox is everywhere. Everything is an Xbox.
What up, Dion?
The marketing was bad. It was. I thought it was poor.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I thought you didn't like this decision, right? I'll be honest with you. I somewhat thought it was smart, right? I know, but I'm looking at it from a consumer perspective, right? You know, put your games everywhere, let people access it. sell the games and everything, right? But it seems like it didn't help with the hardware. Now, granted, the hardware wasn't selling well to begin with, right? Either way, you know, they got to do something new. I definitely don't think that them firing Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer is going to fix everything, but it looks like they got scapegoated, you know?
But it was the natural trajectory of the brand. It was where everything was heading. They had been signaling it for years. I'm pissed, y'all. I'm pissed because I didn't agree with everything that she said or did. But this is low class, man. I think this is low.
Yeah, again, womp womp. It's your job. Take the blame. You are leadership. Yeah, I didn't know. He talks about parasocial, right? Seems like he really has a thing for fucking Sarah Bond, right?
Class. I don't like it.
What up, Bashy the Washy, right? I'm not even going to read what you said. Very platitudinous. Bad faith.
This also involved carefully managing her image both internally and externally, making her appear to be a gamer like Phil Spencer. In reality, she wasn't.
Now you have a problem with this.
What the frick are we doing, man?
Brother, the same shit they're doing with Sharma. Are you guys seeing this stream? Dog, this is insane. The same reason why Jim Ryan was holding that fucking controller the way he was doing it, brother. They're trying to get money.
Money.
God, like, wow.
What the frick are we doing? And you
Journalism.
wrote that sentence?
Yeah, journalism.
This got past the editing staff?
Yeah.
I never felt like she postured like she was a gamer. I never once felt like she came out and postured like she was a gamer. She was this great, like, personality. I felt like they used her because she's pretty. I think they liked
Oh, Lono, you bring that up all the time, buddy. I get out of there, Lono.
attractive people in front of the camera. I mean, look at news anchors and shoutcasters and hosts. They're always attractive, right? She was a perfect fit. But she was also really good on camera. I mean, you can have a gorgeous person that falls
Okay, and how did that help out Xbox? Right, did that turn things around, Lono?
apart when they have to read a teleprompter. She did great. Like, this idea that, like, she tried to come out and appear to be a gamer, I don't remember ever getting that vibe from her. I never once remembered feeling like, oh, she's trying to act like she's a gamer and she's not.
Yeah, the pony word of the day, parasocial.
This is ridiculous to me. I never did any of you ever get that vibe? Even the people that were like,
Yeah, I never got that vibe either, right?
very much against Xbox. I never ever got a vibe that she was trying to fake being a gamer.
Yeah, if anybody knows about faking being a gamer, it's Lono, right?
I remember the first time I saw Sarah Bond, I thought, oh no, there's their scapegoat, a smart black female and outspoken.
Oh my
Perfect
God.
fit. You sound like you are a male feminist.
So now we're doing the whole, oh, she's a black woman. They're throwing her under the bus during Black History Month. I mean, this is pathetic,
For their
right?
narrative.
Goddamn, did Andrew Wilkins type that, right? Yeah. Microsoft racist, dude.
Why you don't believe? Is this a guy of The Verge? There's nothing to believe here. This is pure conjecture and
Yeah, why don't you believe, right?
observation. This is opinion.
You usually believe these articles and whatnot, these insider, exposés.
There's no factual way you can state this, that she was out here.
He's angry, but was doing the exact same thing with Asha. Yeah, I know. That's why it's funny that he's sitting here saying, oh, why are they checking her gamer score? Apparently that matters to you guys, right?
Trying to appear like a gamer. I never got that impression from her at all. She showed up at the events and always had a great wardrobe and would be like, hey, here's great games for you guys. I never once felt like she did the fake gamer thing. I never once got that vibe. She wasn't
So all of a sudden they care about what happens to Sarah Bond. Yes.
on Twitter talking about Chrono Trigger alternate endings like an AI. She wasn't doing that. Jiminy Christmas. She'd go to the events and she was nice to people and she did interviews.
Shout out to Strong EM, right? He says, a 6, who cares about race? All I know is this is the best Filipino channel on YouTube, literally. Shout out to y'all, right? I am honored, right? Extremely honored. I mean, this channel shows that race doesn't matter, right? Shout out, you guys do this during Black History Month, right? Shout out to Strong EM, and also shout out to Gourmet, right? I hope Madam gets this amount of passion from him. Well, you seen how they spent their Valentine's Day, right? I mean, so you guys can infer on that, right? Shout out to Gourmet and Strongian, man. I appreciate you guys.
I never, ever, ever, not in a single moment of all of the stuff I've ever covered, did I ever feel like, yeah, Sarah Bond's out here fake gaming. Like, she's trying to posture like she's a gamer. The only one that I ever felt like was actually trying to come across like a gamer was Phil Spencer. He would like, his
1,000%.
gamer tag.
A lot of people say he's a gamer, though. He was involved in the gaming industry for 38 years, yada, yada, yada. I mean, I could give two fucks about that shit, right?
Was shared. He would respond to people's messages on Xbox. He would literally do interviews and talk about the games that he was playing. He would wear T-shirts with like the names of games on them. Like,
oh yeah, don't worry, Curry. I already got out of there, right?
That was 100% a vibe that Phil Spencer put out there.
He's angrier than Sarah Bond. Well, Sarah Bond got that
money.
All right, she's out of there.
I never felt like she did that. Not once. It felt like she was like the corporate, really, really sharp,
mouthpiece,
like driven younger person that they were bringing in to basically take Phil's place. I don't know, my blood pressure's going up, y'all. I don't like.
Oh God, right? Your blood pressure is going up. This isn't good for your health, Lono. I mean, this is an article about a CEO of a fucking $1 trillion company, and your blood pressure is being risen. All right. I mean, this is ridiculous. Right? This is not a casual dad safe for work podcast.
This makes me feel gross.
Oh,
I understand
God.
that Bond's strategy has been failed. You sound like you are a male feminist.
Oh yeah, Lono's locked in.
Failing internally and been questioned multiple times. Bond had tried to push mobile and cloud over console. I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad,
God.
y'all. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Go back and read the Windows Central reporting on this. Jez Corden was one of the first people to break this story. The fact
Your English is really good. I can barely hear the Filipino. Listen, we're not doing this. We're not going down that rabbit hole.
that they were constraining the production of Series X's to use them for cloud. They made more Series S's. They deprioritized their own console. That was not something that Sarah Bonds did. She tried
I mean, yeah, but she was the head of the hardware, right?
to push mobile and cloud over console. They had already deprioritized the console. Take a frickin' walk with this. That was not her. That was Xbox.
Yeah.
This is bull.
Yeah.
This is absolute rewriting
God.
of history bullcrap.
Oh, God. He's taking off the jacket.
I hammer them.
He's taking out the guns. Oh, God, right?
That was not her. That was Xbox.
Yeah.
This is bull. This is absolute rewriting of history bullcrap. They deprioritized their own dadgum console, and I was pissed because I bought a Series X on all those promises. That project.
Oh, yeah, we know, Lono. You're an Xbox guy. You speak for all the Xbox, right? We know, Lono, you were pissed with my marketing, right?
Scarlet trailer that they ran in 2019 at E3, and then they dropped it with the Series S as like a surprise, and then all these developers came out and warned about the Series S, and they deprioritized their own console. They constrained the production of it for cloud. This was not a Sarah Bond initiative. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Cool
This
out.
rewriting of history will not stand.
Yeah.
It won't.
It will not stand. Lono.
I hammer them.
He's about to tear this shit down, brother.
Not what happened.
Yeah. That's not what happened. No way did he just throw that fucking jacket. Oh, look at this. He's fucking up his own mic, right? That's how mad he is. Look how mad this guy is right there. Yeah. Oh, he loves her. Oh, brother. That's why I had to show you guys. He definitely has a soft spot for Sarah Bond. I mean, I feel like my documentation kind of shows that. Why is he mad about Xbox? Does this hurt the POV? I don't know. I tried my best, right? I told you guys, I was thumbing through my documentations trying to understand why he was so darn upset about this, right? And all I could find was that clip about him saying that how he used to be attracted to women that looked nothing like him. And then there was the Madam stream and everything. I think he's just really a fan of Sarah Bond, right? Believe it or not. Shout out to Bashy the Washy, right? I could see myself being this attached to a fucking corpo suit, right? Especially a female wearing pantsuits, right? But let me get out of there, right? You know what I'm saying?
Happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw the jacket. You throw in the jacket. Get him, Lono.
Picking up my microphone. Y'all should be calling any of these outlets running this frickin' narrative because it's BS. It's BS. From the very beginning of this gen, they deprioritize their own
I just think of Marlon's wife saying, dramatic. Yeah, for sure.
hardware. They walked out almost no games that showed off the Series X.
Don't worry, Richard Omega. I'm already out of there.
Oh, I'm hot.
Yeah, we know.
I'm freaking hot. This is unbelievable.
I know.
I sat here and watched this transpire. I watched this transpire over the last 6 years, and you want to come in at the late edge here, and you want to act like everything was on Sarah Bond?
Yeah. How dare they do that?
Jiminy freaking Christmas.
Yeah, Jiminy freaking Christmas. Yeah, slide that, like, spin the block. Right? Man, oh man, is he sliding the block, homies, for Sarah Bond.
I'm genuinely angry because don't insult my intelligence.
Oh.
I sat here and covered this brand for the last 6 years, and I watched them change all the things that they prioritized. All of the core tenets of the brand just got jet.
So now that article is insulting his intelligence, right? I mean, brother, who gets this heated when talking about this type of shit? I tell you guys that he was going to be over the top, right? This is what always happens whenever he discusses his brand. He even said himself that his blood pressure is raising and everything. I mean, this just can't be healthy for him, right?
Listened out to sea.
Yeah,
And
this dude is so performative, brother. I know, right? Trust me, I know.
Sarah Bond came in and she focused on mobile and cloud over console. No, Xbox did that. Like I said, it was the natural trajectory of the brand. Don't frickin' come in here and act like this was her fault. Because I watched this happen for the last 6 years. I was critical of it all along the way.
SpongeBob lean.
Anybody who's been loyal to Xbox should absolutely reject this level of reporting. Because this is a...
Okay, so now we got a call of action from Lono, right? And because, like, as you said, everybody knows that Lono is a fan of Xbox, and he just wants what's best for Xbox. So now he's calling out to the Xbox guys, saying that they need to, we need war, and that they should be pissed about this Tom Warren article. Okay,
bunch of bogus nonsense. All of this was put into place, and it wasn't on Bond.
Shout out to HaloZilla. Yeah, casual dad gamer, by the way. Get him, Lono.
Is she blameless? No, she came in and probably didn't have great ideas. But when that's the hand you're dealt.
Oh, brother, I thought you hated all her ideas, right? I thought her ideas jettisoned the hardware and made it to where you don't need to buy an Xbox.
So let me get this straight. You constrain the production of your own hardware to use Series X's for cloud server blades. So there's less Series X's for people to buy, so more people buy Series S's. So then Series S becomes a larger saturation of your console market. Series S is also basically an albatross on your entire generation, with Game of the Year winners like Baldur's Gate 3 having to come to your platform late. So you deprioritize hardware in that regard. Then you start
that darn Series S
exclusives, which is like the last bastion of a reason to buy your console. And then you bring in Sarah Bond, and you're essentially like, yes, the trajectory that we've set is that like cloud and ecosystem now matters more than the actual console. I mean, our biggest game, most talked about game, most marketed game to date, Starfield.
You said, did you do your due diligence and like the stream? You know, that's a great question. I sure did like the stream, right?
Come on, you should know this.
You know, I will always enable streams like this.
Was marketed with a Samsung television that said console not required. Here you go, Sarah Bond. What do you think we should do? And she's like, well, it sounds to me like everything is an Xbox. You've completely eroded the idea of why anybody would need to buy our hardware.
Poor Sarah Bond, right? They set her up for failure.
Let's run marketing that owns that fact. She does it, and they're like, yeah, Bond pushed this. She pushed this idea of like mobile and cloud over console, and everything is an Xbox. And it's like, really?
Yeah, get him, Lono.
Really? Isn't that a daisy? Isn't that a dadgum daisy? You can set the trajectory of the brand headed straight for an iceberg, and you hand her the captain's wheel at the last second, and you're like, yeah, sorry, y'all. sorry, y'all. She ran us into an iceberg.
Yeah, that's what they look like. That's what it looks like they're doing, right?
Get the frick out of here.
Yeah, well, at least we got you to hold him accountable, right? Let him know that you're not going to stand for this shit, Lono.
This is awful.
Yeah, awful. Yeah.
I didn't even get to finish reading the sentence because I got so angry.
I know. You literally didn't even finish the sentence. Like, Lono, relax. Right? I mean, holy, right?
I hammer them.
I just don't know how this article has gotten this 44-year-old man so worked up.
This is an insult to anybody's intelligence who's been paying attention to Xbox this generation. This is an insult to your intelligence. This was everything that was set in motion prior to Sarah Bond being put in the position that she's been put in. It has nothing to do with her. This whole thing of like reaching potentially millions more customers. Oh, you mean like when you started putting your games on PC day and date?
Don't bring us into this. That was the best decision that they could have done, putting their games on PC, right? And brother, PlayStation do that shit too. All right, I mean, China Hero Project boys didn't enter the chat, right? Come on now, Lono, get out of there.
It wasn't her decision either. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Was that something that she did?
Do you remember when PlayStation did the same thing, right? With Helldivers, right? And we carried those sales, by the way.
You started putting games on PC day and date, completely getting rid of the idea of like actually having something that lands on the console and only the console. Like, I don't know, like Sony's doing that, Nintendo's doing that.
I mean, Nintendo, yeah, but PlayStation isn't, right? I mean, get out of there, right? There he goes, hiding behind Nintendo.
You guys got rid of it. Is that on her?
PlayStation did too, right?
Kenny Powers gifts a member. This is going to be twisted into like I'm white knighting for Sarah Bond.
Oh, yes. And it's crazy that you have the self-awareness, right? I guess you finally cooled down a little bit. That's exactly what you're doing. White knighting for a corpo suit. Insane, right? I mean, can we look at this in a vacuum and say, oh, you know, that's a scummy business practice, yada, yada, yada. But, I mean, who really gives a fuck? I guarantee you most gamers don't care about this shit, right? Unless you had some weird type of attachment to Sarah Bond, right? I think, like I said, I think he's just mad that the way they're wording it is they're scapegoating Sarah Bond. But, I mean, anybody could have seen that shit coming, right?
This is going to be twisted into like I'm white knighting for Sarah Bond. This isn't about Sarah Bond. It's about being honest about what happened. It's about...
Nope. Not happening.
I mean, like, brother, I hate to play devil's advocate, right? And, you know, fuck all these corporations. But, brother, he thinks... Like, I've said this before. He thinks Xbox was going to be like, we fucked up. We shit the bed, right? We don't know what we're doing with our hardware, right? We can't sell hardware, right? It was our mistake, right? It wasn't Phil Spencer and fucking Sarah Bond. They knew what time it was, and they probably told him behind the door when they gave him some
money,
right? And sent him on their merry-go way, right?
Being honest about what happened.
How does he know what happened? Oh, Lono knows everything. All right, don't you be platitudinous, right? You definitely are white knighting. Yeah, I mean, the cherry on the top was when he did the Black History Month shit. That's when I was like...
You sound like you are a male feminist.
Insane.
All these things were set in motion years ago. Even before 2020, some of this was set in motion. When they started putting games on PC, many people thought that was kind of the beginning of all of this.
Yeah. I know, PlayStation started doing it again. PlayStation started doing it too, right?
Has been a classic case of chasing tomorrow's customers by neglecting today's.
Lono, the CEOs always get the blame in these corpos. LOL. Look at Jim Ryan and Holst. They are the ones taking the most heat for the mistakes of Sony. I mean, brother, that's just usually how it goes, right? I mean, I hate. I'm not trying to draw an analogy, but I mean, look at the NFL, right? How many times as a Falcons fan, right? Right now, I'm getting in my bag, right? You know how many times I didn't see them clear house, right? That's what you do. You clear house. And you try to distract from the fact that the organization is shit, right? And you let them know, you let the fans know everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna do this again, right?
A 5-bomb from Siege Master. Thank you so much.
All right, don't start talking shit about my Falcons, goddamn it, right? Lono, the begging bum, pretending to know business. I thought he would be up for this conversation, right? But it seems very much in his feelings about this. Like I said, I guess he really likes Sarah Bond.
Sorry, I've been slack. Stop it, Lono. She isn't going to sleep with you.
W. Oh my fucking gosh. I tell you guys, the best fucking PlayStation stream out there. They're like, Lono, stop it. She isn't gonna sleep with you. One more time.
Sorry, I've been slack. Stop it, Lono. She isn't going to sleep with you. It's also
Oh my God. Yeah, Lono, she's not gonna sleep with you, dude.
about not lying and doing so in a way that appears very effing discriminatory. Phil Spencer's retirement seemed inevitable to Xbox employees, particularly over the past year. In
You said clip it, please. Okay, I will, right? I got a couple of things I need to clip. Yeah, that was some funny shit.
February last year, Spencer took a long vacation, and I'm told some teams had to wait weeks for sign-off on some key changes. Shortly after this vacation, rumors started circulating inside Microsoft that Spencer was getting ready to retire. Microsoft was eventually forced to deny the rumors in July, claiming Spencer wouldn't be retiring anytime soon.
Yeah, snort. I mean, snort.
Cool Venom shirt, you got dripped, it's all that matters. I mean, I appreciate that, but that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Yeah, Lono, they're complimenting your drip. I mean, calm down, brother. You got pretty worked up over this conversation.
Heading into this gen, it was clear the optimal thing to do was to have a PC and a PlayStation 5 to play all the games. No need for an Xbox for a long time.
Yeah. Just get a PC and a PlayStation 5, right? Let's get out of there, right? All you need is a PC, right? Don't be platitudinous.
Lono likes chocolate on the low.
Yo, they're on his ass. Yeah, I mean, brother, you were simping for Sarah Bond. I never expected this. Not from one of the pony generals, right? I mean, brother, this, like I said, this was not on my bingo card. I definitely didn't see this coming from you. But I mean, you do like chocolate on the low. To be fair, right? You did share that.
For an Xbox for a long time. Lono likes chocolate on the low.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with that.
Oh my God. Not a rebuttal or nothing. He says it has nothing to do with that. One more time.
Lono likes chocolate on the low. It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with that, right? Everybody likes a little bit of chocolate, right? Lono, I ain't mad at you, brother.
It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with that.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I never had any major issue with her. I was critical of things that they were doing, obviously, but I never ever once felt like she was posturing as a fake gamer and that she was the problem. All the stuff that I was critical
Yeah, not denying it.
with Xbox started way back when like the Series X wasn't being treated well and the Series S was becoming like this hand wave of like, oh, it won't be a problem.
Yeah.
And then they go after ABK and I'm like, this won't be good for the consumer. This won't be good for the brand. It's going to push them towards Microsoft software.
Yeah, so he is still infatuated, of course, and that's why you guys show up here. I know it, right? Who else is going to provide this type of coverage and connect all the dots, you dig?
Strategy. Like,
yes, I agree. Nothing wrong with liking chocolate. I agree, but I mean, like, this seems pretty odd from him to go so hard for Sarah Bond. I mean, he's hard in the paint for it, right?
Never once felt like, oh yeah, this is all because of Sarah Bond. Ginger says, worst case with all of this, he's sick, which can happen. He doesn't want to share his health in all of this. But if he did get sick, I would bet he wants to just enjoy his time. Right, like this paragraph right here kind of reads like that, Ginger.
Yeah.
Because he did that one interview and he didn't look very well. And I feel like that was around this time. And maybe he is ill. And that's...
that could be true. And to be fair, I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone. That could be a fact.
None of our business. If he wants to keep that private and fight it in his own way or deal with it in his own way, that's his business. I'm taking issue with the rewriting of...
Yo, shout out to Simple Jack. He says, especially with all that polite racism he be doing during Black History Month. That's why, he can miss me with all that.
History here.
Very...
You sound like you are a male feminist.
I mean, definitely very male feminist. Like,
and acting like this push away from console to mobile and cloud was a Sarah Bond initiative. It was not. She picked up a baton that was already set in motion and she ran it across the finish line. It has...
and that's where she fucked up, right?
This is...
And she got paid very well while doing all that, right?
Absurd. With Spencer's retirement official, Microsoft is hitting the reset button on Bond's Xbox strategy instead of embracing it further.
Okay.